It's tea time again, everybody. Had several people, really one person, wanting to see me test this silver light disc. That's Mark 925. I use this 18K. If it turns blue, that's basically how I do it. So we're going to do that streak there. And then that's the disc. Then we're going to see if this one is. We'll do that next to it. That's with the turquoise, or what I think is turquoise. I'm not going to test the owl. I believe it is. I'm not going to test that. This is those little silver things, and I'm not going to, I believe that enough. So anyway, before I do that, yesterday I was in the area of the dumpster because there's the recycle bins right next door on the other side of the fence, and that's where I see that one, my major competition, who we pretend to be friends, but we both hate each other. I've been diving that place since 2014, and this guy saw me one time and he couldn't get over there fast enough. So he had a whole truck full of stuff, and I just said, hey, I stopped and said, hey, so-and-so, what's with that sign, you know? And he's like, oh, well, I'm the only one that has permission on there now. And I said, I just try to be nice and appease him and see if he'll, you know, put in a word for me, which he won't. That's what he's wanted all this time. I don't know how he got it, but that's what happened. And he said, well, you could always ask him. I said, well, can you put in a good word for me? And he just looked down, so that's no. And I said, well, she doesn't like me. And he said, well, why? She likes everybody. I said, I don't know, but she does not like me. And I don't tell them what I think about what they're doing or anything. I just said it's probably a girl thing, you know. She just doesn't like me. And he said, well, I do them a service, which is he thinks taking the boxes out of the dumpster and hauling them to the recycle and taking the metal out of there for himself is a service for them. Well, it keeps them from having to pay for probably 2 emptying, but people at night will empty that dumpster. You know, they don't have to rely on him. Maybe there's another service going on, and I'll just leave it at that. And I'm talking about an illegal one. Because that one manager, she needs stuff. She's hyper. She's something. Something's up with her. So anyhow, I said, well, I'm just depressed about it. I've been coming here since, I told him, 2014. And he said, well, just go by there, you know, after they're gone. You know what their cars look like. But I think if he ever saw me, he would tell on me. So I don't know. I had already been going after they were gone, you know. He said, they got to be there to call the law on you. I said, well, listen, he didn't know I like jewelry or I even know jewelry's ever in there. I said, hey, I like the books. So he puts books out for me over there behind the paper recycle bin. And today, the last 2 days, there were 2 boxes, you know, 1 box a day of books. So that's makes me feel somewhat better. But I've lost this battle, and I'm not used to losing battles. Especially, you know, when I can outlast people. But there just doesn't seem to be much I can do about this right now. So that's the story. Let's do the test. I just go by if the 18K says it's blue. And I don't know how to tell the difference between silver plate and silver. Usually the plate floats a lot more. I don't know if y'all can tell that color. That's blue on the disc. Now it's floating, but it's kind of floating there. But it's still fairly solid. And the other one, well, now that went over there. The other one's, I mean, and it's milky white too. That's a lot of 925, but anyway, I would say yes. Good enough for me. Stamped, turns milky and all that. So that's pretty good. You can tell even just by getting the decent streak of silver on there if it's good or not. A lot of times you can't, you'll rub it on that stone and it will immediately, I'm doing something else. I got some mail today. It will immediately be like a brassy line. And when it's that, you're like, oh no, this is definitely not sterling. But if you can get a good silver streak on there, that's the first sign. So this is from Sue in Kerrville again. Sue, oh my gosh, it's already gorgeous. She's so sweet. She, I guess, feels sorry for me up here. This is some beautiful stuff. I already see. You've lost your mind. I've already seen this. There's 925 right there, y'all. For that's gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, well, there's one bag, and here's another bag. So those will beat all jewelry jars we have around here. That is for sure. Some beautiful stuff. And we're gonna, that's a beautiful green stone here. It's just nice to look at right this way. There's some, oh, Shelly's gonna be having a fit with all that. So we're gonna get into this at some point. Maybe tonight, I don't know, I have work to do. And it's already late. This looks pretty amazing. What is this? I mean, this is cool. Cool, cool, cool. Don't you just love the way a jewelry bag just looks? That was just gorgeous. Can y'all see that? Pretty, pretty. Thank you so much, Sue. And we'll be getting into it. It's, looks like it's in several different little bags, maybe. So we'll get started on this at some point. Probably a little later if I get a little work done. And I'm real tired right now. Like I told y'all, everybody's sick at work, but I'm still hanging in there. But I'm kind of worn out tonight. So there we go. Thank you so much. And thank you also for suggesting to test that. I need to clean it. It's got some tarnish on it. A lot of tarnish on it. Anyway, it's an interesting piece. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Us and the crew. Good luck to everybody.